In order to achieve amazing success, which would be impossible for the average person, you need to have fallen on your face many, many times. To achieve ambitious goals, you must have major failures from trying to achieve them. It will take you many tries and most likely a few years to discover the correct strategy to actually make your ambitions a reality. Or, in other words, if you want to achieve glorious success, you need to have suffered glorious failures along the way. A great example of this comes from the self-improvement YouTuber 1stMan, who is also only a month away from his greatest ambition in life, his dream becoming a reality. 1stMan is dedicated to his mission of creating his own version of Netflix. With one exception, it is targeted at masculine men. He noticed the attacks on masculinity, the decrease in testosterone, and that society as a whole was encouraging this, the death of male media, all happening a long time before the rest of us even noticed about it. He noticed that this was happening, and he had the idea for this when I was around like 10 years old. He saw that James Bond was no longer a suave, masculine ladies' man who was competent at all things, from firing a gun to gambling to playing cards, and was becoming more and more feminine in each movie, such as being absolutely obsessed with the one woman that died in the first movie, Casino Royale. James Bond is dead, and he's more than likely going to change genders and become Jane Bond. Or it could go some other way and have like someone like Henry Cavill play. That would be cool. He also noticed that GQ, aka Gentleman's Quarterly, had swapped target markets to appeal to women more, and that the Ocean's franchise had suffered the worst fate that an established movie franchise can face, the dreaded all-female remake, where the actual problem with those movies is there's no effort put into the story, into making the movie good, into actually making a good movie, and all the focus is instead on making the women look as strong as possible, making them look as competent and as good as possible, but no real effort on the story front. That's why all those movies fail. So he decided, unlike many other people on YouTube and just in general life who just complain about it, to actually do something about it. Therefore, he had the idea to create the male streaming service, where the objective was to not make something that targeted a large range, but to make movies, TV shows, documentaries featuring subjects, characters, plot that a masculine, high testosterone man would enjoy. Now, you don't have to be a man or have high testosterone or be masculine to enjoy this, but that was his target market. That was his appeal. Now, Kris knew that he wouldn't be able to get a loan or a partnership for this, and even if he could, there's a huge risk because of how niche the market he was going for. He wasn't going for everyone like Netflix does. He was going for only men who are high testosterone masculine. That's his target market. And he didn't want the partner being able to have control over to switch the target market, to switch the focus away from Kris's vision. Therefore, he decided to fund it independently. So in 2020, he put out a Kickstarter for people to donate towards creating the streaming platform. He needed 400 grand in order to build it. Yet, through that Kickstarter, he received a grand total of £9 from 5 donors. This was a huge failure and a flop for him. However, even though he had taken a serious hit, he took it on the chin and decided to take the hardest option. Instead of giving up like a lot of people would, he decided to finance the entire streaming service by himself. Now, it took him almost 3 years after this hit to reach the point where the streaming platform is finally going to be available to the public, available to us. And even though Kris suffered a failure, it eventually led him towards achieving his extremely ambitious goals. And this took a lot of sacrifice from him. He had to create all these products, like the male lifestyle supplement, like the diuretic supplement, the male advantage book, male boxers, testosterone friendly body wash. And he basically used all the profits from that and put it into the streaming platform. He has reinvested almost all of his money into reinvesting everything back into it. But even though he sacrificed a lot and he took a big risk, I have a strong feeling that this will be very successful for him. And I believe he will be very successful as a result of the streaming platform. So I think this has been a success. Even if it isn't a success by somehow, then he will still achieve amazing things. Therefore, don't be afraid of making mistakes or failures, as all successful people across the world have failed many, many times. Now, if you enjoyed the video, if you learned about how you have to sacrifice, and in order to achieve amazing success, you have to fail many, many times in order to actually get to that level. Please subscribe to get more self-improvement videos and to also support me and to support this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.